I have patients to attend. Hello, man.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
A crisis.
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
This room's off limits. There is nothing here. No.
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's
the
in the
large
basement.
building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
I've repeated it so the player could remember. Because it's sometimes hard to remember your objective and where to go. That door's locked. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a hacksaw. What's this? Ooh, a medical file. What's this? Nothing. What's this? Cheap gin. What's this? What's this? Okay, eat it. Okay, check out the morgue. Surely this would be the back of the... This is just back into the hospital. Hello? What's this? Do not cough in public. Alright, alright. Why isn't this space used for patients if every space needs to be... Ooh, what's this? Some bottles.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh wow, stamina's control. Give me that sweet blood. You did. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. Is that another one? Is it? You're nearly like a plane. Pinky. Why can't I... I'm out of stamina? Is that why it won't let me... I'm dead. And we're back. Back again. Ooh. Supplies. Okay.
It's locked already.
Running around and using up all my stamina isn't the best, apparently. Because then I can't fight the other vamps. Ooh, garbage. Where are you, other vamp? Ooh, garbage. Oh. He's level 6. Oh. You bitch. What the frick? What the frick? He's so quick. Okay. Can I loot him again? No? I'll teach you. Watery, sturdy blood sample. It's back here. Where even? What is this building? So random. Oh, multiple. I just run by. Sorry, says. I didn't mean to disturb you. You're feeding. That's right, they're chill. They're chill. There's like so many of them out and about. What's this? Then contagious disease. Like the fact that there's 3 of them behind the hospital. Or 4 of them. However many. Left button, right button. Drugs. Hello? Are there little dudes hanging out in here? Oh, don't leave the level. Oh my god. Ding. Hello? Who is about? Cash money. Blood. Hello? Guten Tag. Is that where the dudes were eating a corpse out there? Give me your sweet, sweet blood. Finish him.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Faster than the old influenzas, you say? That's a dead hunter.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
That's what you want. The basement. It's the safest place in the morgue. Four. Take another stab. Give me your sweet blood. Your sweet tainted blood. Now we do it. Disengage and a stab. And then a finish. Oh, no. He's biting me back. I don't want to kiss. That was close. You almost kissed the shit out of me.
It's locked.
It's locked and I don't have the key. Have I been in here? No.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
I do love some iron tartrate. A dead man. That's a skag. Skoog. Find some sodium. Is that another vamp? Is that another vamp lurking around? This isn't good. We want to get a gun out. I actually wanted to reload.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Oh, I was shooting. You son bitch. Oh my days. I only reloaded one bullet. But bap. Bap, bap, put up, bap, bap. Loading. Yeah. Seems to be a lot of screeching going on. It's quite disconcerting. Now we do a stab. That was easy. Looks like pistol it is. The shotgun doesn't seem to do a lot of stun damage. That's kind of what I want. I want to stun him and then give him the old teeth of McGee. You know? Because everybody hates it when you use too much teeth. So.
It's locked.
Oh, it's bloody locked. Blood absorb. You just acquired a new offhand weapon. So it directly absorbs blood. Oh yeah, this is what we want. They'll like stab him and then drink. Ooh. Local investigation. A new citizen investigation is available. Press tab to open the local investigation menu. Citizen investigation. Citizen investigations are displayed here. You start a new investigation quest by tracking it with the key. Find out the cause of death. Dr. Tipper's death of Samuel Connor. I'm quite convinced right now. Perhaps I should conduct my investigation to determine the real cause of death.
Mr.
Oops. Whoops.
Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Can we look at his body? Oh. Corner
Traces
of
of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Interesting. Now let's open up his chest.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Let's.
A puncture over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Interesting.
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Tippett, Tippett, Tippett. You son of a bitch. You're no doctor. You're a bloody butcher. Doesn't lead outside, does it? Why are you trying to get in there? What's in there? Hello? What the frick, right? What the frick? John Doe, no. Oh. What's happening? Lock on. Why can't I lock on? Oh, John Doe. John Doe, you're confusing the shit out of me. This doesn't give nearly as much blood as that other one. Ow. Oh. We're switching. We're going back to the pistol. I'm coming to bite it. You mind? Tip it. Jump though, not tip it. I'm trying to reload. Bam! 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 Oh! Big spike.
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
To become stronger. To analyze. Oh. Watery blood thing. Interesting. Cure bronchitis and cold. And that one. Anemia. Trigger parts, upgrade that. Bludgeon, machete. Alright, let's head back. Nothing back. Oh no, I fired me gun. Oh, this leads me back in here. Oops. This just leads me back out here. How'd I get in here? Oh! You yell at me. Give me blood. Oh. Stabby. Thank you. We're moving on. We need more bullets. Oh, there's another thing up here. Is it a door to leave? No. Interrogate Gwyneth about medical error. Which one's Gwyneth? Gwyneth Paltrow? Are you Gwyneth? No, are you Gwyneth?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Let's trade, I guess?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I want this trigger part common. And I will sell you shotgun shells for $1 whole $1 and I will steal these medical supplies. Where's Gwyneth Paltrow hanging out? Oh, if I press B. Nope, that's not Gwyneth. That's not Gwyneth. That's not Gwyneth. Gwyneth Paltrow? Maybe I should talk to all these people. Hey there.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Spare your obedient slave.
What
Good
is he
evening,
talking
miss.
about?
I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke
She
Hospital.
looks like the chick from,
And who are you?
Your name has no meaning
What's it
to me,
called?
mortal.
Is that-
You're nothing
what's that
but
show?
dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your
Skin?
pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal?
Season
My
3, 4
clemency.
maybe?
Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I'll
She's
leave
crazy.
you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Vampires aren't real. What's she talking about? I've spoken to you before.
The pain.
I need to find
There again.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow, are you upstairs? There's a burn victim. Raft treatment to fatigue. I don't think I had what it takes. Back into my bedroom. Do a cheeky double up. Stamina, I think. Another point in health, I feel. Confirm. I've got bullets. I'd like to craft a fatigue cure. Now I've got multiple cures for fatigue. I can cure everyone. Still need to find Gwyneth Paltrow though. Wherever she's hiding. Gwyneth?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Rude. I'm out of here. You deserve to be eaten.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Alright. Diseases decrease blood quality. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient. In this room. Hello there. I've come to kill. I've come to cure you, I mean.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Check the medical status of this.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Would you like some medicine?
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Then tell me about
Tell me
yourself.
about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Oh, that's rude. How painful is
How
your throat?
painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time
will eat your mother.
Good
or
evening,
girlfriend,
madam.
though.
Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Personal question. Back. Your life in London.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the
New hint. Questions to the
staff were
hospital.
not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Wow. Rude.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you?
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Well, you rude bitch.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you that
Are
rich?
you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Okay, goodbye.
Mrs. Goswick.
Let you down, my boy. Will this shift never end?
Will this shift never end? Oh, I've not spoken to you, Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. I wish not
Thank
to
you.
murder you.
And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Personal question. Never mind. Your life in London.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite
optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need
help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Tell me about yourself.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Tell me about your
I based my
experiments.
technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain
New hint available. He's not being successful. Interesting.
empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Goodbye. Finest Gwyneth Paltrow. Are you Gwyneth? No. Wait, are you Hawkins? No. Then remember, Citizen's Blood will provide you with massive XP bonus. Look for Citizen's Humanized level. Right, this burn victim? Hawkins. You bitch. Yo.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Personal question. No. What, isn't she the one that's
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
charging people for bets? There's Mr. I failed the doctor out here somewhere. It's Gwyneth. Excuse me, I need to talk to Gwyneth. You old bitch.
Good evening, Nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea
The one
made
where I
sure
drink
of that.
the blood
I
and
see.
spit it in people's mouths.
Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Personal question.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
What about his medical error?
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
You did not have the right.
To clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Healthy. Nope. Gwyneth is all qualified as a nurse, according. Should I eat the nurse? Can I eat you?
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Mesmerize. Bow, 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 bow. Nope.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening,
Good
Doctor.
evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye, nurse.
I need to go talk to the doctor. Dr. Tippett. Tippett?
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
I have a personal question. About your medical error.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was he?
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
The nature
What
of
was
the
the
mistake?
nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Can I not turn Dr. Tippett into Swansea? And let him decide what he wants to do? Swansea's like stuck behind a impassable door. Swansea?
Jonathan. Come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a living paradox. Your words bring comfort.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
No need to apologize.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
I need to talk to you.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Yes.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
So I guess I have to talk to those two. Can't turn him in, even though I really want to. I hate it. Come through. Where's Gwyneth Paltrow? Nope. Was that her? Oh, fuck it. It's Pip. There she is. Yo.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
I won't reveal.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Oh, well, I already... What do you mean hint failed?
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Yo. Oh, it's the vamp lady.
My dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Look at his hand.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
I'm glad to
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
I'm so hungry.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Is another vampire threatening you? What do you want of me?
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
Interesting.
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.